Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here for some more Symphogear AXZ. We're going into episode 5, but the last episode was gold making, where, while Song investigates a special code from the intel they received, Maria, Shirabe, and Kirika are sent to help evacuate citizens when they are confronted by Cagliostro. With Maria and the others unable to fight due to the lacking linker, Chris arrives on scene to help them out, soon joined by Hibiki and Tsubasa, forcing Calixto to retreat. Later, as Hibiki's team use their Ignite modules to fight off some Alkadoids, Saint Germain's team activate false strobes of their own, which manage to force the girls out of their Ignite states. Just then, Saint Germain's leader, Adam Weisfort,
I was saying
arrives.
last time that his name seems really familiar, and I can't remember why. Not the not the
Hopefully we'll
Adam
remember how to pronounce it.
not the Adam part. The last name that you can't pronounce sounded
Mhm.
really familiar, and I can't remember why.
But Adam arrives on scene and unleashes a powerful attack, forcing Maria's group to overcome their lack of linker to rescue their comrades. So, last time, Symphogear dropped a nuclear bomb on Japan. So, where do we go from there?
We're assuming that they dropped an atom bomb in Japan. It's also not really an atom bomb. It's like some alchemy thing. Also,
He
whatever.
literally used nuclear fusion to create an explosion and got some gold out of it at the end.
Right, but even you were commenting about how if this was actually a nuclear explosion, it wouldn't look the way that it did.
There'd be a lot more effects. Like, okay, from like any explosion, like there's a pressure wave, and that usually goes out across the area. And if it's a very fast pressure wave, a lot of stuff gets damaged. At the very least, like windows get shattered and stuff, right? Uh Obviously, most of the damage from like a grenade is usually the pressure wave like crushes your organs or something. From a bomb like this, yeah, it probably kills you.
So you're saying we saw our very first nuclear implosion?
Seemingly so. The rest of the area is perfectly fine by the looks of it. Curious how much radiation we got there now, but yeah, that was interesting. A lot of weird stuff happened.
Also, as a reminder, they brought up Carol last time, which I
Hmm.
said that they probably would if this guy was her father.
So does that mean Carol was a part of the Illuminati? It's a conspiracy all the way to the top.
Which Illuminati?
No, that's a different show.
Is it
I'm sure
Elfenine?
there's a show with the witch Illuminati in it.
Elfenine and Carol were wearing witch hats when we first met them.
That is true. That is true. But they were talking about Carol more as like a comrade who also was doing various research, and that they got a lot of the info she got from like her chateau during the final season arc, which
Also,
checks
Carol's
out.
Carol's dad was burned at the stake for being a witch.
Mhm. Bonus points though to Carol for instantly posting all of her research online the most moment she got it. Good job, Carol.
Well, I mean, more likely that her chateau is just sitting between two buildings, remember?
Mhm. Well, the precise mechanics of how they got the info doesn't really matter too much. They got it now. They used it to make a bomb and a whole bunch of other weird stuff.
They didn't make a
And
bomb. What? They didn't.
Adam literally blew stuff up.
He used his own power. It literally came out of his hand. He wasn't holding anything. He like grabbed the air and made gold, and it was like such a powerful alchemical thing that it
Mhm.
created a nuclear-sized explosion.
Look,
He wasn't
right
holding
now,
a bomb.
the thing I'm looking forward to the most is putting clothes back on Adam, alright?
That's what I'm saying. It was clearly magic because it was like extended from his hand and ripped his clothes off in the process.
Mhm.
He wasn't like, the first step to activating this nuclear bomb is taking my clothes off.
But at least in terms of storytelling, this is like a pretty dire straits. This is definitely like, Act 1, Act 2, worst position the heroes could be in so that they overcome it later. So I guess we're watching what do they do about all this when they can be depowered and exploded at will?
Well, most of them are depowered.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and see how they handle it then. But before we begin, let's go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to see more episodes like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some really excellent stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below. Join the Discord. Remember, it's the one place that will always see your recommendations for future shows.
Nice little ominous shot.
Yeah, because it looks like it's where the gateway went in for the underground area, which I think would have been where the explosion is. Yeah, see?
Yep, just how we thought. Everybody's dead.
No. The last person who got majorly injured was Tsubasa, remember? Bleeding from the eyes, mouth, and nose. Maria wasn't even injured at all there. She was just on the ground a bit.
That feeling, though, where your heroes have to be rescued by helicopter, though.
But yeah, I guess not as depowered as we remembered them being.
They got knocked out of their dying slave forms, is what happened, if I recall.
Which is kind of ironic, given that the noise is supposed to be able to knock them out of the other form.
Well, it's classic, like, any anime, right? It's like, we have to show that the previous season's power-up is no longer acceptable, and we have to get our new power-up.
No, we already talked about that, the whole Power Rangers motif.
Yeah.
2 different shows now that we've mentioned Power Rangers.
So I'm betting on
There's
dinosaurs,
that guy
you know?
again. And you missed him.
Yeah, blink and miss him.
Well, I told you last time he was there and went on a whole thing about it.
I'm sure we'll literally see him in the show soon enough.
Literally?
Literally.
What's the literal time frame on soon enough?
Soon, you know?
TM.
I said literal, not specific.
That's literally specific, Griff.
No, I think I'm generally specific.
I think you're very unspecific. When's Fine coming back?
She's dead.
I don't care.
Dead.
I don't care.
DEAD, dead.
Her genome extends to the entire human race.
ついに現れたパバリア光明結社統制局長アダム・バイスハウプトそして
Not only is he a wizard, he's also ripped.
The true fantasy of being both smart and built.
ラプスフィロソフィカス賢者の石の力だと思われます。賢者の石確かに言っていた。
I think the Symphogear Philosopher's Stone is beating the Full Metal Alchemist Philosopher's Stone.
You know, just imagine Edward Elric in Symphogear, you know? Literally in a Symphogear.
トドの詰まりはイグナイトの天敵。この身を引き裂かんばかりの衝撃は強制解除によるもの。決戦仕様であるはずがこっちの泣きどころになっちまうのか。
東京に搬送されたマリアさんたちは大丈夫でしょうか。
精密検査の結果次第だけど、奇跡的に大きなダメージは受けてないそう。
Except for the ones inflicted by not having a linker. Huh, Elf9?
I think that's exactly.
We spent a lot of time talking, not working on a linker.
Oh, she's going back over it again.
Yeah, we already know, Griff. That's why I'm making fun of her loudly about it. She's constantly like, oh, I haven't made the linker yet.
She's had 3 days.
Veer wouldn't have needed 3 days.
Veer would pull like an all-nighter and invent 24 more hours in a day to do work. Come on.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if Elf9 is actually Carol's memories and she's sabotaging from the inside still.
かかりました。
絞られるどころじゃ済まなさそうだ。
うにゃんうにゃんうにゃんうにゃんうにゃんうにゃんうにゃんうにゃんうにゃん
ラピスの輝きは
Reading voices in the void?
I was the-
将来約束されていた
I think that's what it says.
My first thought was Prince in the Pod?
こんがり作中はあだったわよ。
しかもその上仕留め損なっていたというわけだ。
Hypnotoad.
みんなせっかくアダムが来てくれたんだよ。ギスギスするよりキラキラしよ
Voice Prince of the Void? Of the Pod?
Yeah.
Voice
Prince
Prince of the God.
もっともだね。
So we are still on the Fine storyline then.
いいとこ見せようと加勢したつもりだったんだ。出てきたついでにね。でもやっぱり君たちに任せるとしよう。シンフォギアどもの相手は。
統制局長
Too much work for him.
教
He's
えて
out.
くれたのさ。星の巡りを読んだティキが。ね。成功したんだろう実験は。なら次は本格的に
And also think about it. This guy has been wandering around in the backstory of all the other seasons of weird shit going on.
Yup.
He was there when a giant hand grabbed the moon and pulled it towards the earth. And decided,
Not his problem, you know?
yeah, what was he gonna do when the moon fell to earth?
Make a new moon. Oh, this is kind of bopping.
Hers is like the longest transformation yet, though.
They've gotten a bit longer for this season, I think. They're showing off more little details.
Well, no, everyone else's this season has been shorter. The goofball from hell. Dangerous death girl.
They're going into overtime.
Ligma is
It's just never gonna get old, huh?
like a melody of love just for being her.
もういいのか。そっちだって大変だったんだろ。
Oh, I really wanted to see the massive guillotine work of the banana.
They're not even fighting a real fight.
Oh, they're just practicing. Okay.
They're practicing, but they're like pushing their bodies to like the death point. It would make sense if they were doing it in a real fight.
どうして私たちがリンカーに頼らなくても戦えていればあんなだからって平気それより訓練の続行
No,
を
technically only one of you is
リンカーに
Fine.
頼らなくてもいいように適合係数を上昇させなきゃ
Not since you almost drowned, in fact, actually.
一歩間違えたら死んじゃうかもしれないんだよ経緯もよくわからないままに十分な適合係数をものにした響さんにはわからないいつまでもミス
Yeah.
パス扱いは
You remember how you were like that to Maria last season?
死にそうです
やらせてあげて
マリアさん
二人がやりすぎないように私も一緒に訓練に付き合うから
適合係数じゃなくこの場のバカ率を引き上げてどうする。
いつかきっとリン
Damn, Chris.
だけど
Well.
そのいつかを待ち続けるほど
I mean, if there was one of us here in this room specifically that was supposed to be working on Linker,
リンカー
that'd be helpful.
の完成を手繰り寄せる最後のピースを埋めるかもしれない方法が最後のピース本当ですか
If we just bring Dr. Beers back to life.
レシピで唯一解析できていない部分
maybe not wrong, Griff.
リンカーがシンフォギアを奏者の脳のどの領域に接続し負荷を抑制しているかですフィーネや FIS の支援があったとはいえ 一からリンカを作り上げたウェル博士はいろいろはともかく本当に素晴らしい生化学者だったと言えます。
Where is the will center of the brain?
That man slapped me for no reason.
最後のピースのとこまで
I'll have to disagree.
鍵はマリアさんのまとうアガートラームです。
白銀の私のギアに。
アガートラームの特性の一つにエネルギーベクトルの制御があります。土壇場にたびたび見られた発光現象、あれは脳とシンフォギアを行き来する電気信号がアガートラームの特性によって可視化。
To be fair, though, our fights are like a laser light show. It's hard to not glow in a fight.
僕は推論します。これまでずっと任務の合間に繰り返してきた訓練によってマリアさんたちの適合係数は少しずつ上昇
Yeah,
して
you
きま
remember
した。
the volleyball episode.
おそらくは
Yeah.
その結果だと思われます。マリアの適合係数は私たちの中でも一番高い数値。それが今までの頑張り無駄ではなかったわけですか？ええ、マリアさんの脳内に残された電気信号の痕跡をたどっていけば
リンカーの作用している場所が解明する。
I'm actually surprised the depth of explanation we're going on this. This is fun.
頭下げない限りは。
ついてきてください。
Veers has been here the whole time.
ウェル博士の置き土産
My
ダイレ
virtual
クトフィード
Veers.
バックシステムを錬金技術を応用し再現してみました。対象の脳内に電気信号化した他者の意識を割り込ませることで観測を行います。
Oh gosh, we're getting the Freaky Friday episode, aren't we?
頭の中を覗けるってことか。
理論上はですが、人の脳内は意識が複雑に入り組んだ迷宮。最悪の場合、観測者ごと被験者の意識は溶け合い廃人となる恐れも。
やるわ。ようやくリンカー完成のめどが立ちそうなのに見逃す理由はないでしょ。
でも危険すぎる。やけっぱちのマリアです。
あなたたちがそれを言う。
Marie's gone
Everything.
mad.
Look, everything happening in this facility is technically mad science. It's all completely unrepeatable experiments. And, like, I'm thinking the reason why, like, Maria and the kids are still here is because it would be unconscionable to start experimenting on other people to replace them.
Sorry, I agree with you, but I got stuck on unconscionable. Well, I think you mean unconscionable. Yes, I too am able to go unconscious.
結果、松代の風鳴り機関本部は壊滅。大戦時より所蔵してきた機密のほとんどを失うこととなりました。
Which war?
外観の誘致。
The war.
Which one?
The one with the bad Germany.
Which one?
I mean, I know it doesn't narrow it down to.
Well, I mean, in fairness, in World War I, Japan did fight Germany. So, they both involved Germany.
有事に手ぬるい。即時施行せよ。まるで不祥の先盛りよ。風鳴りの血が流れておきながら嘆かわしい。
All the progress we made last season already undone.
Yep. One failure is all it takes. Now you're worthless.
I guess in fairness, this is Japan and it was a nuclear failure, so... Sorry, why did we need the candles and the silver flatware?
It helps the mood, you know.
仮想空間に複写したマリアさんの脳構造に接続。僕とマリアさんの意識を共有します。
Wasn't this a plot point in Fallout 4?
Wasn't this a plot point in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Pretty sure it was, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Your card game.
I think I brought it up in a Symphogear reaction before as well. With that one character with the giant head and the tall body that I can't remember the name of.
Alright, new hot take. The Yu-Gi-Oh universe and the Symphogear universe could just fit together and nothing changes.
No, their economy isn't based on children's cards.
これは願掛けなんです。全部食べられたらマリアとエルフナインの挑戦はきっとうまくいくのです。
Oh gosh, everyone's just gonna get sick on ice cream here today.
Man, it's been forever since we've seen her.
ねえ、響き？何？溶けちゃってるけど？うわ話を聞いたり、隣で溶けたアイスを拭うぐらいはしてあげる。
You don't even call me anymore, Hibiki.
何かあるときは頼ってよね。
They're hanging out all the time, man. Come
I
on.
sleep in our bed alone, Hibiki.
次のニュースです。
Wow.
Disabled soccer boy, come on, man.
You shoot one kid in the leg and it's everywhere.
よかったね、あの子。
This is the beginning of the Witch from Mercury universe.
だといいんだけどな。悩んで下した決断がいつも正しいわけじゃない。
It's like that thing where you need to buy a new mattress and you notice mattress advertisements all over the place. You shoot one person in the leg and suddenly they're all over the news.
Literally all Chris can focus on. Don't blame her. She's right.
It doesn't help that she's sitting out in like an open market area enjoying ice cream and the one massive television happens to be... I don't need Elf9's butt show.
We've had enough of that already. We can... Alright. We're clothed in the mindscape. Oh, it's Finland.
Isn't this where the space shuttle crashes?
No, actually, yeah, it might be.
Alright, Maria's dead sister.
今日からあなたたちには戦闘訓練を行ってもらいます。
You better hope you're not here for the unfortunate explosion in the thing, or else you're gonna be covered in bruises coming out of this.
Oh gosh.
意識を共有しているからには記憶と体験は僕にも及ぶ。
So when did your mother start loving you?
About the same time she started showing superpowers.
ギアとつながる脳の領域は
Also, was it not her real mother, considering how many kids are here?
Yeah, I'm not actually certain about that detail.
Ah, cool, ecto cooler.
Yeah, you gotta force people to drink that.
And real life Pokemon.
Guess who that is?
I know, every little bit of Ryoku counts.
これはノイズの記憶
Look, we already know she was on the villain side, so seeing her in the villain side background scene, not surprising. How Genjiro didn't know that she was, a little bit more surprising.
現実の僕も目を覚まさずに
I mean, you don't usually put your secret organizations on your resume, right?
Kind of do. You do have to backfill gaps in your resume timeline. Come on, split the clouds. Or not.
Close.
Not close.
マリアさんいくら相手がエルフナインでも思い出を見られるのはちょっと照れくさいわね
I'm sorry, were you not
I chose the cool
cognizant?
memory.
Were you not cognizant of it before when I was watching you as a child?
一緒に戦うって約束したばかりでしょこの場に意識を共有するのならいるのはあなただけじゃない私の中で私が暴れて何が悪い
Ah, at least she's having fun with it.
記憶じゃないマリアさんの意識が
Okay, but where's real Maria then? I mean, this is real Maria. Where is memory Maria in this scenario?
Good question.
ここはどこ
What if Maria gets trapped in Elf9's body?
深層意識のイメージでしょうか深層
Warning, incoming game.
Damn it.
2人の様子はバイタル安定域から大幅に数値を下げていますこのままの状態が続けば
Well, one of them is, apparently.
We're out of the safety zone, but we're still going on with the experiment.
I do appreciate the only reading on your thing is danger or not danger.
空間を切り取るタイプに続きまたしても新たな形状しかもかなり巨大なタイプのようです
まかり通らせるわけには。行きます。
Ooh.
But didn't we destroy this thing?
オペラハウスの地下には
We have more of them?
The Hydra? Or...
No, the cloaked ship. Remember, like episode 1 or 2?
No,
Yeah.
this is a brand new one, I think. It's like has a different profile.
It doesn't. It's the same profile. It even has the two giant tube things coming from the bottom.
Maybe they built another one.
Which is what I suggest.
大義は、いえ、正義は我らにこそあるわ。行く道を振り返るものか。
In
たとえ
fairness,
一人でかけたとしても。
she was a slave in like Roman times and lived to the modern day. If anyone is a witness to people can't work together, I think it's her.
どこだって3人だよ。わかりました。ヘリの降下地点に向かいます。
もたもたは後回しだ。行くぞ。
私たちは本部に。モヨカゲの様子が気になるの。ミクも学校のシェルターに避難してて。響き。
Or, I don't know, try to get your powers back, Miku.
誰だって譲れない思いを抱えてる。
Miku's not a fighter. She's not gonna do that.
Yeah, not a fighter, despite almost kicking the entire team's ass before.
だけど絶対に負けないで。
There we go. Set some reasonable expectations for Hibiki.
私の胸には歌がある。
And it's your song, Miku.
It's the school song.
Well, that's fair. They've done that too. That was season 1, if you remember.
I know, we haven't gone back to it for a bit.
Well, they
I guess they
destroyed
were
that place.
practicing earlier.
No, they destroyed that place, and then they built a new one. Remember, like the whole fucking city was gone.
Yeah. So
I had thoughts that they escaped my head the moment I went into they destroyed that school.
you just want to destroy those schools, you know? God, we spent a lot of time on like the whole mind state kind of thing this episode. But I think other than that, it's hard to point to like a real like big core to this. This was just like a lot of stuff happening. That's not bad. Like this is a lot of like
Well, the core was the mind stuff.
yeah.
You know, the whole linker thing, because we start with the X-Men danger room, and then we go
Yeah.
into the, which is the start of why we need the linker again for this episode, despite needing it the whole season. But
I mean,
and the season before that too.
I guess what happened here is that everything was just like as much of a natural evolution as it could be of like what was happening. That like I didn't sense like a plot. I just sensed like, oh yeah, no, this is all making perfect sense. We're just going to the next thing because that makes sense.
Well, it's because we didn't know what the plot was before. We don't know what the bad guys are currently up to because Adam and the Crystal Girl have
Oh, back to Mindscape.
あなたは
そうとも僕は雪吊りの英雄
ドクターウェル死んだはずでは。
He's
それが
back.
君の胸に生き続けている死んだ人間
I slapped my brain into you.
大体そうみたいだね
I mean, I'd still just remember in the floating city thing where him and her are on the bridge and just out of nowhere he just backhands her to the ground. I was like, oh god, that's got to be the version of him that stuck with her.
I mean, like it's literally veers from Maria's perspective. There was at least some point where I'm thinking Maria may have had a positive opinion of Veers. But
No.
Veers has done everything in his powers to not.
No, remember this very episode they went back and said it was like the greatest, and that's when she says greatest. I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, but even death can't keep Veers down. We're getting them back. That's what's gonna
I
happen.
doubt it. This is probably going to be like the Fine rescuing the girl from drowning thing, where her spirit in the afterlife sees the girl drowning and is like, well, I'm going to sacrifice what remains of myself. to make sure you don't die. This is
Except in this case, Veers' sacrifices, you just go like, oh yeah, here's my white paper of all my research.
well, I mean,
shrug.
ultimately it's no sacrifice because Veers is ultimately already gone. This is the memory of somebody else. This is you remembering somebody and having that memory of them sacrifice something.
And then your memory of your memory of them being sacrifices for you. So who came up with that idea? Just you. It's just all in your head.
Oh yeah, because your memory of the thing doesn't have to be even real or true. And furthermore, how do you remember a person who then has to remember a thing that you didn't know?
Right.
How can memory of How can memory of Veer give you a formula you yourself do not know?
Actually, maybe Maria picked it up at some point. That would be actually very funny. She just doesn't remember seeing it on some random screen in her memory.
That's
But
dumb.
more likely.
That's dumb.
More likely.
That is dumb, but it's literally what this machine is meant to do, so I would probably accept it.
Right, exactly. Which, as I was saying, is more likely, given the way it's been set up and the way the machine seems to be, is that Maria will go through her memories, remember why she is supposed to be doing the Symphogear stuff, and then that is what they end up viewing. Re-encourages Maria for like the 5th time in a row, and then Elf9 goes, "That's it. That's what I need. It's love, probably. I don't know. It's whatever they're gonna say it is."
This is the kind of show that would pull that. The answer was friendship all along.
I'm also like thinking, just because the show loves to just surprise us at random, I wanted to just pop up from the mind memory and go, it's like, aha, this is what it meant to be a Symphogear all along. Pure unadulterated hatred of your parents. That's why Hibiki is so powerful.
No, Hibiki got back together with her dad.
But she didn't start there. That's why she was powerful to begin with.
Yeah, but she also didn't start with anger towards her dad. Hers was the whole Tsubasa thing.
Oh, that's right. Tsubasa also hates their parents. It's all coming together. Chris also hated their parents. Everybody hates their parents.
No. Chris didn't hate her parents. Remember, Chris's parents got killed.
She got told to hate her parents for trying to be peaceful.
No. She has a,
She had a complicated bit of gaslighting going on.
No. You're interrupting me. I can't figure the thought out. She has like a whole, not slave trade. She has a whole human trafficking backstory where she gets traded by what looks to be like warlords or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hers is more of a hatred of adults. Or I guess other people. Specifically, she keeps a whole cabinet thing about her parents. And she was happy to find it.
I was being facetious. I was just making a joke before, but the more I think about it, the more it actually comes across as like a cohesive statement. Yeah, all of the Symphogears are powered by like hatred of society to some point.
It's literally
at
not,
least
though.
early on in their characterizations.
No, remember Hibiki's is powered by love and understanding.
Well, in the end, yes, but I mean...
No, in the very beginning...
I could make a Reddit post out of this.
Remember the very beginning, it's powered by trying to save the little girl that she's run by. She wouldn't have... The Symphogear powers wouldn't have even activated if she wasn't trying to save somebody. She was both afraid for the little girl and trying to protect her. There was no hatred in that scene at all.
I know. Again, this is me pointing out dumb stuff that lines up too well, even though it is obviously, like you said, provably not true. But there we go. That's my insane theory of the day. Theta, you got any?
Well, I mean, this is just how you test a hypothesis. We put it out there. We empirically tested through literally the scenes of the show, and it's proven not to be untrue.
Remember, people, when you do your book report about the themes of the stuff, you do have to support your ideas. It cannot just be the bullshit you make up. That's the difference between actual research.
Yeah, our proof is the bibliography.
Despite that, English is still the most boring subject. Anyway. So, any final thoughts you want to get across?
Call us out.
Alright then. In that case, this has been Face Reaction for today, everybody. I'm Griffin. That's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?